Yeah, the ones from yesterday, just throw them away. Otherwise, they get to.
Yeah. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take this moment to welcome you guys to the second leg of BCA Kalahari T20 tournament. Till today, there won't be national anthem, so you can continue with the warm-up. Botswana versus Rwanda. Botswana won the toss and opted to bat. Mozambique versus Lesotho. Lesotho won the toss and opted to bowl. Good luck to the playing team. Thank you.
Good morning and welcome to the BCA Kalahari T20 tournament. Day 2 of proceedings. Botswana taking on Rwanda. Two teams who are 2 out of 2 so far in the tournament, both having gotten wins against Mozambique and Lesotho in yesterday's double-header day. Another double-header day for us today. Tuelo Shadrack from Botswana about to take strike for the first time. Tuelo will be facing Rosini Rera, captain of Rwanda for this tour. Rwanda have all fielders inside the circle at the moment, a 5-4 field. One slip in place. Coming from the pond end. Good morning, Jay. Mr. Moses is here with me today to take you through proceedings.
Morning, Karabo. Yeah, it should be a pinnacle game today between Botswana and Rwanda. I think the winner of today's game will, basically get the edge for hopefully the finals in the next couple of days.
Yes, Rosini Rera, who did open the bowling yesterday for Rwanda in both matches. She's been the one spinner on show who has actually gotten the ball to turn quite a bit. And Botswana underway. Played into the vacant spaces on the leg side. They get a couple of runs to get things going.
Yes, she had Karabo. It seems like much team don't use much spin during the tournament, but she seems to got some purchase yesterday from bowling. So I think the strategy is still the same for Rwanda going forward. They opened with the spinner yesterday, and it seems like they opened with the spinner again this morning.
Yes, indeed. So far, Rwanda would probably say have the edge in terms of the impressiveness of their performances.
Yes, they had. Botswana, within their own, didn't do too well in the bowling department yesterday afternoon. So I sure they have discussed that, and moving forward, I think they will try to adjust some of those situations, and hopefully they get it right today, Karabo.
Yes, at the end of the first over, Botswana with a couple of runs on the board. And coming from the generator end, it looks as it to be man of the match for the player of the match of the first match yesterday. Rwanda had against Mozambique, Mary Diane. Bimenyimana.
Yeah, Mary is a very consistent bowler. Yesterday she only bowled 3 wides in her 4 overs, and she was very cunning about what she wanted to do, in the sense that she was bowling really attacking the wicket yesterday morning, and I'm sure she'll do the same thing today. I don't think anything has changed for Rwanda's strategy.
Yes, and Oratile Kheresi on strike, being Tuelo's partner. We saw her yesterday very busy in the afternoon in the match against Mozambique, ready to take those quick singles, but Rwanda look alert to that, fielders in tight. Seems to be a little bit of movement early up, as we saw yesterday. Just a little bit of tail away from the batter.
Yeah, Botswana has to be careful. In the mornings, it usually gets a little bit of movement in the mornings here, in particular BCA 1.
Inside edge there, just narrowly missing the off stump. Chase down to short fine leg. Rotile gets off strike. Mary bowling to a 6-3 field with only the third man back out of the inner ring. One slip in place. I'm sure encouraged by the movement that she does get early on like this.
Yeah, Rwanda seems to
Which are quite familiar with each other, having played each other on a number of occasions. They all know each other's strengths, each other's weaknesses. Maybe how to get under each other's skin a little bit. Just to the right of the diving cover, they managed to get the first single. And having said that, Rwanda have had a bit of Botswana in those couple of years that we're talking about. Interesting to see much change Rwanda side if Botswana can finally get one over.
Yes, they had. In the last two meetings, Botswana didn't do too well. At least.
Turachakora Diane, turachakora Diane,
I think both Botswana can learn from that. And I hope that they can really take the cricket forward today against Rwanda, because Rwanda is more
Yeah, going to be tight to quick single taken, as we've seen, is Oratile's Terese's modus operandi. He likes to take on the fielders inside the circle and just narrowly escaping with that one. Would have been a tight call for the umpire. Bringing the second over to a close at 5 for no loss for Botswana.
Yeah, but he has to be careful. Because it's a Rwanda team, they're more sharp in the field than maybe Lesotho, so they have to be careful. They have to be very decisive what they want to do. Call early and then make a decision.
Right arm bowler coming over to you.
On the end, congratulations for the first time.
One has to be patient. I think the upcoming bowlers are as strong as the two opening bowlers.
Wide.
That's a wide there. I don't see much of those yesterday.
And Rati goes again. It will be a tight one. And she manages to camper through again. Nothing out of the blue here for Ratila, is it?
No. I think she had made herself quite clear. What I like about the calling is good. And there's no hesitation in the first run. And that could be a benefit to them. Also, it seems like the Rwanda field will be under a little bit pressure because I think they're aware of what's going on presently now.
Yes, indeed. It'll be interesting to see how this unfolds. Big appeal. Umpire gives a bit of a shake of the head. Might have been sliding down the leg side of that one.
Yeah, some good turn there from Rosa.
So of course Rosine will be trying to probably land it a bit wider outside the off stump if she wants to really target those wickets.
Yes, that ball was struck firmly by Shadrach, but straight to the extra fielder. I think patience is the order of the day here in this game.
Change of action. Right arm bowler coming round to you.
Need to buy their time.
2 balls to go.
Yes, change of tactic here from Rosine Herrera coming around the wicket. And a big appeal. And given. Umpire Logan did not have any hesitation in lifting his finger, and Botswana, not the ideal start that they would have wanted, but the change in tactic from Rosine Herrera has come up on top and removed the first wicket for Botswana. Tuola Shadrach on her way.
Yes, the tactic seems to work coming around the wicket. And subjects seem to be gradually pushed forward and missed that foul defense and struck on the pad, and she was given out by the umpire.
Yes, not quite the start that Botswana would have been hoping for. Calling for probably their most senior batter, Laura Mpakedi, the skipper, getting in early in the third over here. Of course, we saw Laura get an unbeaten 38 yesterday afternoon against Mozambique.
You are
She
facing
looked
one
confident, striking the ball well.
bowler coming round to you.
And, today will be, of course, a different challenge to her, having to come in against the off spin that is gripping quite a bit of her counterpart, Rosine Herrera.
Yes, she'd have to play a captain's innings today. Yesterday she looked quite sound yesterday. And she took that responsibility in her hand to see Botswana through for the total of 101.
Yes, and that brings the end of the third over. Successful over for Rwanda, picking up their first scalp. 7 for 1.
As I said, Karabo, patience is all of the day. They have to get through this power play. Lose as least wicket as they can, and they take it from there.
And a big appeal again and given. Big swipe across the line there from Moratile Peresi. No doubt from the umpire. And Rwanda on fire here at the BCA over 1. Making short work of the two Botswana openers, and Botswana are in a little bit of trouble here early on. 7 for 2. Just looking at that ball there. A little bit of out tail. Moratile probably feeling as if it was going down the leg side. Shape to play down the leg side. The ball straight in on her. And plumb as it can be.
Yes, the other batter is Paco. She's a very powerful young lady. And yesterday we talked about reset Karabo. I hope that she can be a little bit patient, see what's going on before she actually put her foot down today.
Yes, of course she will be facing an very experienced campaigner in Mary Diane. Big challenge for the young lady. But, big challenge is an opportunity to make a name for yourself.
Yes, surely is. I'm sure you'll have a good idea about that, Karabo. I think you have been through a few of those in your career.
First ball, Paco just gets an inside edge. Chase down to short fine leg, and they do manage to come through for the second run.
It was a close call from the batter. I don't think she knew where that went. She jabbed at it outside the off stump, the inside edge, and went down to fine leg.
Yes, and Rwanda well on top here early on in proceedings. Jab down again towards the third man region.
What do you think Botswana need to get today in order to make a game of it?
So an interesting question, considering the level of their opposition as well. I would say to at least make a game of it, anything above 100 for sure, having seen the Rwanda batting as well. And knowing maybe the slight deficiencies that Botswana's bowling showed yesterday, they would definitely need some runs on the board to make it a game, in my opinion.
Well, yes, anything above 100 is always competitive. Botswana just need to tighten up a bit. But for now, you have to concentrate on the batting, put the score on the board, take it from there.
Just looking at how Mary Diane is operating here. Not shy to pitch the ball up, making all the sense in the world, because She's getting that ball to move very nicely away from the right-handers. And a quick single taken here by Laura. It's very obvious that this is a game plan of Botswana is knocking the ball into the little spaces within the 30-yard and taking those quick runs, sharing that pressure, which is probably what they need at the moment with the start they've had on the back foot.
Yes, definitely. We saw yesterday they did that a lot in the first couple of overs, and it works for them, and they should continue.
Oh, just beating the outside edge of Pako Maputani's bat there. Brilliant start here from Meridian. After 4 overs, Botswana 11 for 2, and Rwanda right on top of them.
Yes, Botswana just needs some patience. I think after the first 2 or 3 bowlers, things should get a little bit easier, and I think that's where Botswana will have a chance to capitalize.
Bowling change. Number 50. Henriette, number 50.
It appears we will have a bowling change from the pond end. Henriette Ishimwe just marking out her run up there. This, of course, is something that we saw from Rwanda in their first match against Mozambique, where during the power play they used four bowlers in total. I think they were the only team to do that yesterday. Most teams sure will be trusted by a captain to try and maintain the pressure that has been applied by the 2 opening bowlers.
Yeah, it works for them. Wild change. Something is working.
She just drifts down the leg side with her first delivery. I think Laura managed to get some bat on that. Managed to get down to the non-strikers end for a single. Looks like we're geared up for another warm sweltering day here in Gaborone.
Yeah, no cloud in the sky, just a light breeze coming from east to west. You can see the flag just
coming over to you.
moving gently. I think the weather will be like this for the rest of the week.
Pako solidly behind that one. Henriette Ishimwe now getting into her groove, finding her lines and lengths. I'm sure that won't be too far from where she was intending on landing that ball.
Yes, yesterday I think she was the most accurate of the bowlers. In spite of Marie bowled very well yesterday, but she was mostly accurate, good and straight.
Another big appeal, looking like it's just heading down the leg side. Oh, keeper nice and alert there, nearly caught Pako out. Pako's probably having a bit of a drift outside the crease. Might have been an interesting shot had that ball hit the stumps.
Yeah, it might have been. Well, it's a blessing in disguise. I think she'll be more alert now. She should wake up. Rwanda is not here to play games this morning.
There's a slight adjustment there, just moving the square leg a little bit behind square. Oh, big booming drive from Pako. Unfortunately, doesn't manage to get any bat on that. What we're seeing here from Henriette is she's actually not getting as much movement on the ball as Meridian was. Maybe a different type of bowler she is from the previous captain.
Yes, I think she's just going to stay just about off stump and be straight at an occasion. But she's very accurate. She's a very, very accurate bowler. She don't give much away. We saw that yesterday in her spell.
Yes, and this is exactly the start that Rwanda would have been hoping for. Botswana not getting away from them, not a boundary hit yet. 2 wickets down. Things all going according to plan. Wide of the crease there, big solid drive towards mid-off. And a slight fumble at mid-off and a scamper through for a single there.
Over.
Slight.
It seems like the new bowler is going to be Josiane from the generator end. Bowling to Paco. Karaba right on target. Rwanda is chopping and changing their bowlers, not giving Botswana a chance to settle.
Yes, Josiane, the new bowler from the generator end. And Josiane keeping in check with exactly what she did yesterday. She in particular bowled a very full length in the game that we covered of rounders of Mozambique.
Yes, she did. This should be a good battle because I don't think Paco is going to allow that to happen.
Yes, it was a full toss. Paco not getting quite the time that she was looking for on that one. Yes, indeed. Josiane in particular loves to pitch the ball up, asking the batsman to drive.
Yeah, Paco has to be confident. If the ball is there to be hit, she has to hit it. She has to have confidence enough, even though it's a pitching on the stump. Once it's a half volley, you have to give it what it deserves.
Oh, another slight fumble there from the mid-on fielder, allowing Paco to share some of that pressure that Botswana under with her captain.
Yeah, any run will do for Botswana now, and because of the tight bowling of Rwanda. Very few extras. I think they've only given 2 extras so far in the first 5.5 overs.
Nice cover drive there from Laura, just stroking it to the left of the short cover fielder, and they managed to come back for a couple of runs. Oh, Paco just had to put a bit of the skates on there as that ball was in the vicinity of the wicket. I feel that Botswana here should actually be looking at Josiane, looking at the lengths that she's bowling. She's not getting as much movement as Meridian, and should be looking to capitalize as Laura does there. Full toss, stroking it again to the left of the short cover fielder. Big chase on, and they managed to come back for another couple of runs. As I was saying, Jake, with Josiane bowling the length that she is, Botswana should be probably looking to maybe target her a little bit and make use of the fact that she is prone to overpitching the ball a little bit. As that brings the end of the power play with Botswana at 18 for 2.
Yes, Josiane only know one way. She pitch the ball up and she's wicket to wicket. Botswana batters just have to be confident. Once it's there to hit, they have to hit the ball. Yeah, you can't be blocking those full half volleys. So Botswana, after 6 overs, they're 18 for 2. It's a total different contrast from yesterday.
Right-arm bowler coming over to you.
Yes, of course, this being a tougher opposition. Many other questions being asked of the Botswana batters at the moment. Just run down to third man there by Paco Maputsane. I was just seeing from Henry Atishimo here, maintaining that good length and line on about 4th, 5th stump.
Yeah, as I said early on, Botswana just has to be patient, take what is given to them, and we see the 5th and 6th bowler, see what they're doing. And see how well they can capitalize on the 5th and 6th bowler.
Yes, seeing as what Rwanda are doing here, they started with 2, sitting around, having a pose.
No, not at all. As you can see, the Rwandan fielders, they're on their toes. They haven't missed anything yet. I think they're up for this game today.
A big booming drive again attempted by Laura Mupagedi. Maybe a little bit disappointed as there was a little bit of width on offer on that delivery. She didn't quite manage to get across to cover that one. There is a big ring on the offside, but there could be some runs for her if she manages to pierce that gap. She did manage it in the last over.
Well, she's the main batter for Botswana. She has to stay there as long as she can. That was another good ball.
It's an adjustment in length there from Henrietta Shimo, just making sure Laura knows that she won't just get everything to lunge forward at, just pushing it back a little bit.
As you said, Karabo, you have to try to get back this game to par, and how do you do that? I think you have to share the weight, as you said, rotate, and take the ones.
These are solid lines here from Henrietta Shimo. Serious operator we're seeing at play. 2 overs, and she's only considered 3 runs with Botswana. Only getting 1 off that one, 19 for 2 after 7 overs. Brilliant start from Rwanda still.
Where do you think Botswana can go from here now? They're already 7 overs. Just barely scoring over 2 runs and over. Still 2.5. They need to get it up to at least 3.5, 4. Because Rwanda is still have the close infielders, still putting the pressure on the batsmen. So Botswana have to still try to rotate the single.
Yes, indeed. We are out of the power play overs, but Rwanda still maintaining only 2 fielders outside the inner ring with the fine leg and the third man back. As you had mentioned, young Josiane, she does tend to pitch the ball up a little bit further than her teammates, and Botswana could really try to take advantage of that. But that one just gets away from her, throwing towards the fine leg region. Fine leg comes around, manages to save the boundary, allowing the 2 Botswana batters to come back for 2. Right there, signal by the umpire. That one got away from Josiane quite a bit.
Yeah, she didn't bowl too many of those yesterday.
Yes, as you're saying, Jay, the way that maybe Botswana can think about going about this is maybe look at Rwanda's bowling attack and seeing where they're most likely to get most of their runs, and be alert to that fact, and maybe target. With Rwanda keeping the field in, it might take a brave person to actually take a chance.
Yes, we're just talking about it. Paco went for that one. She got that one over deep point and managed to get 2 runs there. Yes, Karabo, I think Botswana have to do something. This game is a very important game for them. They need to set a standard going forward, because I assumed that it's a strong possibility that Botswana and Rwanda will be in the finals.
Yes, indeed. And knowing Paco, she won't be shy. She would have probably figured it out by now. She's with the captain Laura. Maybe it's something they have discussed that with the ring of fielders that they have inside the circle, and Josiane pitching the ball up, it could be worth taking a chance or 2, as we've seen in the previous delivery. There's Josiane just pulling her length back a little bit there. Maybe on some advice, as she has Henrietta Shimo at mid-off and Mary Diane at mid-on. Probably giving her a little bit of advice and saying, just tug it back a little bit.
Yeah, not too full.
2 experienced players there, right either side of her.
Yes, we all know about that. Bowlers usually sticks together.
Played through the leg side here by Paco Maputsa, and it looks like we're going to have Botswana's first boundary. Well taken there. Looked like a slight slower delivery there from Josiane. Maybe ran her fingers across that one. There was a bit of a signal there that slow ball might have been coming, as I saw Mary Diane just take a couple of steps back before that ball was delivered. But Paco recognizing that one and making full use of it.
Yes, she did. I hope she can hit one or two to get Rwanda to go a little bit on the defense, because they still have this close fielder in.
And a big shot again from Paco, getting a bit of an edge on that one. Third man, fielder misses it. But just manages to pull up inside the boundary, allowing the batters to come back for two.
Yeah, well, they said fortune favors the brave. And I think that's what Paco is doing here.
Yes, indeed. They seem to have recognized what Josiane is trying to do, and maybe have had a discussion that it's time to maybe start to get a move on with things, and that's exactly what Botswana have started to do, and it's at the moment starting to pay off for them a bit.
Let's see what Josiane decided to do with this ball. That was a good ball, straight as usual, and Paco was a strong foul defense there. That's the end of the 8th over. Botswana is 30 for 2.
Yes, so that was Botswana's most profitable over. Probably deciding to take a little bit more of a chance on that one, having seen that the run rate probably needs a little bit of a lift, and they do need quite a score on the board here to challenge this Rwanda team.
Yeah, yes, they do. Rwanda seems to have a next bowling change here. Was that
New bowler. Right arm coming over to you.
Yes,
Rossetti?
Yes, Rosette coming in to bowl some offies here. Another spinner coming into the attack.
Well, we see a slight change in the Rwandan fielders. We should call it deep mid wicket, more like a cow corner. And then you have a back of the square, deep back of the square.
Yes, you do have a long one as well. All three fielders back on the boundary on the leg side.
I think that should give Botswana a little chance to pick up the ones more easier.
And Boulder! One ball that just maybe died a little bit on Laura there. She went for a little bit of a swipe across the line, and unfortunately for her, she missed it completely. As you're saying, that gap was opened up on the leg side, Mr. Moses. And Laura's eyes probably lit up that 1 or 2 runs could have been available on that leg side, but unfortunately for her, the ball seemed to maybe just sneak under her bat, and she's lost her wicket.
Yeah, that was a very slow delivery. It seems like it held up in the wicket a bit. And by the time she was through with the shot, she realized that the ball was much slower than she expected.
Yes, got that one to turn a little bit there, Rosette. The bowling change once again working for Rwanda.
A touch away.
The captain seems to know exactly what she's doing with her bowling changes. Mixing and matching the pace up. A youngster here, an experienced player there. This is excellent stuff from Rwanda so far. Coming back after the big over that they conceded the last over.
Well, this new batter is Kwabili. I wonder what news she brought to Paco. Now I still think that they can try to take the 1s and 2s just to reset the innings a bit and take it from there. We're just still only in the 9th over. Still 11 more to go after this.
And a quick single taken towards point here. Big strong throw, but over the keeper's head. Yes, Botswana will need to stay busy. Wabila Matume again, another player, an experienced player going into bat with the young Paco Maputsane. Botswana seem to be mixing and matching experience with inexperience at the moment in terms of their batting order. Big wide ball played over to the leg side. Long one comes around and covers that one. good to see a bit of positivity here from young Pako Maputsani, isn't it?
Yes, that's the kind of player she is, Karabo. Once she identifies something that needs to be hit, she will have a go.
Probably happy to have a look at that one. And that brings the end of the 9th over with Botswana at 32 for 3. A very good start here by Rosette, managing to get the wicket and only conceding 2 runs in her first over. Captain will be very happy with her work.
Yes. The Rwandan bowlers have been very tight this morning. Even the fielding has been very under dot this morning. Okay.
Yes, indeed. Rwanda's fielding is quite good, despite having put down a couple of chances yesterday in the morning against Mozambique. It didn't cost them too much, though. They still managed to win that game comfortably. But I'm sure that's something they probably would have discussed overnight. And as we see a new bowler coming into attack from the generator end. Marie Josie Tumukunde coming in with her left arm spinners. She is bowling to a 5-4 field. Fielders out to deep backward square. Wicket is long on. Right, just looking to take that one across Pako Maputsani. It's interesting to see that nowadays you don't actually see too many left arm spinners coming over the wicket. So she's probably trying to use that angle to her advantage.
In fact, I haven't seen much ladies left arm spin. I think probably this is the first one in our division.
Well swept there from Pako, play towards that deep backward square leg region. Yes, indeed. It's not something we see very much in our African associate cricket, where you get maybe a left-arm spinner, a left-arm pacer, left-handed batters.
Yeah, it's rare, but we welcome it. We do need some changes. I don't want to get a feeling that Rwanda is trying to buy a wicket here. Botswana is rotating the strike, which is good. They have to keep doing that until they get the ball that they can hit. We're just about halfway. Yeah, we see what happened yesterday. Mozambique managed to get 76 runs in the last 10. Botswana just have to be patient here and choose the ball to hit.
That one sent a little bit down the leg. A strong sweep there from Pako Maputsani, but straight to the deep backward square leg fielder. Just looking at how Mary Josie Tumukunde is operating here. She is bowling from over the wicket, but she is sending the ball a little bit down the leg side. So far we haven't seen that she turns the ball a great deal. Maybe just trying to use that angle across the right-handers, and she's not quite getting her line spot on at the moment.
Yes, but it's something different for these batters.
Yes.
Botswana batters just need to understand and recognize when the ball is a bit wide, because Pako make a swipe at one that was going wide. That ball could have been rebowled. So they should identify the balls that are going wide and leave them.
Yes, a slight change in the field here as the short third man moves around to the short fine leg region. Yes, and Marie Josie Tumukunde just maintaining that line down the leg side. Struggling a little bit with her lines here, and once again I'll say maybe Botswana should recognize where the runs might come from.
Yeah, we'll see if she gets another over. because, as I said earlier, the 5th and 6th bowler is going to be very critical for Mozambique.
Popped up in
Sorry,
the air,
for Rwanda.
Popped up in the air, but no fielder in that region at the moment for Rwanda. Paco just manages to rotate strike.
Oh, you know, Suvirai.
Botswana managed to get the run rate closer to 4.
Sofiano, Sibio.
They can push it up to 4.5 and get to 5.
No.
And that's another wide.
Yes, you had mentioned quite an important thing yesterday. Botswana had Mozambique well under the pump after the power play with only 8 runs on the board and 25 for 2 after the 10 over mark. But Mozambique did manage to score 76 runs in the last 10 overs and get a score over 100. Maybe Botswana could have taken some lessons from that and then maybe try and apply it here today. But the important thing, I believe, is knowing which bowlers to target, which areas of the pitch to target, and that brings the end of the first half of this first innings of this match between Rwanda and Botswana. Here at the BCA Kalahari T20 tournament, BCA 1 is the ground which we are watching the game from, and Botswana 40 for 3 at the moment, looking to rebuild the innings after a bit of a tough start. But Paco Maputsani here, well settled, and will be looking to go big as she possibly can to try and push that score along.
Well, yes, it's the halfway mark now. And if they can probably get 70 or 80 runs in the next 10, that should be a target that they're supposed to bowl to or try to defend against the Rwanda batting team.
Yes, and now there seems to be a procession of wides now from the Rwanda bowlers. Excellently bowled there. Just getting that ball to grip a little bit. Maybe gripped a little bit too much and might be heading down the leg side.
Yes, I think that one caught Paco by surprise. I think she'll be aware now to move that front pad out of the way.
There's positivity being shown here from Paco Maputsani that if you know her as a person, you know she won't be shy. She'll definitely be looking to have an impact.
And not at all. She's a very bubbly person. Always have something to say. Always trying to do something.
Looks like a no ball called here by the umpire. Not too sure what it's about. I have a slight suspicion that it could be for the wicketkeeper grabbing the ball in front of the stumps. We'll have to find out about that one later.
Yes, it could be. I can't see.
Free hit here. Paco has a big swing, and unfortunately, doesn't get any bat on it. Yes, that is a strange occurrence there with the square leg umpire giving a no ball, but definitely not for fielders outside the 30-yard circle.
Yeah, I guess later we'll be updated on that particular no ball.
That one slightly shorter, put down the leg side. Paco gets some bat on it and finds the deep square leg fielder once again. Paco moving along nicely here. 19 from 30 balls so far. Being the mainstay of the Botswana innings at the moment.
Yes, I still think that they need a bit more rotation of singles. As you said, share the weight, share the responsibility.
Over.
That brings the end of the 11th over. 43 for 3. 3 runs coming off that over.
And Botswana need to have a plan because we still have the top 3 bowlers that only bowl 2 overs each. So they have to subtract those 6 overs from the 9 overs that is coming. And they have to target the other 3 overs from the supporting bowlers.
Yes, indeed. What Botswana will want to do now is probably attempt to maximize on the change bowlers that Rwanda have used at the moment, knowing that those experienced bowlers are going to return and come back and bowl with quality as they have so far. Rosette continuing and still struggling a little bit with her line. Another wide from her.
Yeah, I think Rosette is struggling a little bit. She's coming around the wicket now, which probably will help.
Yes, Rosette changing the angle of attack, and the last time we saw that from the skipper, it worked first ball.
Parker seems to be finding the fielders, man. Powerful shots, but straight to the fielders. Botswana need at least a boundary and over here to progress the score.
Yes, and the change of angle of attack here from Rosette seems to be, from Mary Jose to Mukunde, seems to be working for her. She has now cut out the extras that she was bowling. Well tossed up, it's hit in the air, just beats the mid-off fielder. Chases on and might allow the batters to come back for an easy 2 runs. Yes, it does. There's a chance being taken there by Babila Matume, who's an experienced player, and she might have realized that these might be the overs to try and capitalize a little bit on.
Well, yeah, they have to make a decision with this over and the other. I think they only have 2 more overs before you have the main strike bowlers in them back.
Yes, indeed, and they find themselves now in a position where Rwanda have used their full quota of fielders outside the inner ring, with a sweeper out, a long on out, cow corner, and a deep backward square leg. And a quick single there taken towards mid-off inside the circle. Of course, Wabile Matume, we know that she is capable of hitting the ball with some power as well. So those two at the crease, if they do take their time, get themselves in well, so back themselves to definitely get the score ticking.
Oh yes, they do.
Oh, big swipe slightly across the line there from Paco. She probably would be better served targeting that mid-off region, seeing as mid-off is inside the 30.
Yes, Paco has to be sensible about it. She still has to rotate the 1s and 2s. There will be 8 overs after this. I think it's the end of the over. I'm not sure. There was a couple of wides that was bowling this over. They're just confirming now.
And that does bring the end of the 12th over, with Botswana going at 4 runs and over here, 48 for 3. One thing that these two have managed to do at the moment is stop the procession of wickets. I'm sure that was the last thing the Botswana dugout would have wanted, was a procession of wickets after the start that they had, losing the 2 openers early on. Captain Rosini Herrera picking up the first scalp there, LBW of Tuelo Shadrack. Then losing Oratile Kheresi in the next over to Meridian, another LBW. And then Laura has been replaced by Wabile Matume here after getting bowled by Rosette. So there's a bit of a rebuild on here, and Botswana will be looking to now maybe step it up a little bit.
Yes, they should. I think only 2 more overs from now they'll get the 2 supporting bowlers. Probably this will be the last over for Rosette. This will be her 3rd over. So probably they should try to capitalize on this over.
Just tucked into the leg side there, and another quick single there. Partnerships, and these two have started to build a partnership here. They will be hoping that it can go quite a bit deeper into the innings.
Yes, Rosette is she doesn't bowl too badly, but I think that the batsmen need to put the bowlers under some pressure.
Yes, and with that single there, that brings Botswana's 50 up after 12.4 overs. So landmark that Botswana will definitely welcome.
Krabbe, yesterday I looked at the crystal ball and I assumed that Mozambique will get 100. How much do you think Botswana will get here from this position?
Well, Ravile just received a short ball going towards the leg side there, and again finding the fielder. Those are the type of deliveries they'll have to be putting away to the boundaries if they're hoping to get that score that is over 100. I think we have seen some shots from them. They are looking a little bit more positive, but unfortunately they just do keep hitting them straight to the fielders. I think it's very important for Botswana from here, if they are to get a decent score, that when they do get something loose, they make sure they put it away. And that brings the end of the 13th over with Botswana on 51 for 3.
It seems like it's going to be another change in the bowling. It seems like the veteran Marie Diane is going to come back. I thought as well, Karabo, that they're going to bring back one of their strike bowlers, and they did. I think Botswana missed a trick here by allowing the supporting bowlers to get through that 5 overs for very little runs.
Yes, indeed. Well called, Jay. And when we saw Mary Diane coming to the attack again yesterday, coming for a second spell against Mozambique, she did do exactly what her captain wanted and pick up a wicket. And I'm sure that would be the job on her mind at the moment.
Yes, but we have 2 very strong batsmen there. They should still take the attack to Mary.
They're attacking shots straight down the ground here from Kabile Matume. Miron coming around and putting in a great effort to stop any more potential runs. Mary Diane here bowling to a sweeper out on the offside with 3rd man back and a fine leg back with both Miron and Miroff up in the 30. But for Maputsani, she does bring that sweeper up into the 30.
I wonder what the plan is.
Definitely not that.
Yes, surely not. In the latter part of the overs, I think they'll be trying to limit the boundaries. The ones wouldn't hurt them from now onwards going in. They're only 6 overs after this one.
That one seemingly coming off the thigh pad, and once again they managed to scamper through. Well, not off the thigh pad. Might have got a bit of bat on that.
Yes, I wonder what is going through Kabile minds now. All the fielders are up on the leg side. One of our favorite shots is over cow corner. and deep of square. So do we see an attempt here?
Yes, a slight attempt to maybe go a little bit straighter there, but getting an inside part of the bat and managing to share the strike. I think if they're not going to be getting the boundaries, at the very least, this is what they need to be doing, just making sure that the strike is always rotating, getting a run every ball. I think from now on will be better than any dot balls they could face.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, she's bowler. Mary Deanne doing exactly what the captain probably wanted her to do, bring her back into the attack, and she's got the wicket of Botswana's mainstay so far in this innings. Paco Maputsani. Stump to stump goes Mary Deanne, and Paco just misses a straight one on her leg stump, just opened up her legs there to play that one probably towards the mid-on region, but not managed to get any bat on it. And Rwanda pick Botswana get back once again. Yes, as you can see here, Paco just trying to play that one probably towards the mid-on region, maybe a little bit of tail back into her. She's done well for her side, being the mainstay so far. Another pick back for Botswana, 55 for 4 for 13.5. Yes, Paco there just keeping Botswana's innings together, 22 from 37 balls, but now that brings Amante Mokote to the crease, Botswana's new batter, to face the last ball of this over. And she's happy to have a look. And that brings the end of the 14th over with Botswana there on 55 for 4. Mary Deanne so far having bowled 3 overs, taken 2 wickets and only conceding 11 runs. Yes, with that loss of Paco Maputsani's wicket, what do you think the instructions to Amante Mokote would be at the moment from the dugout?
Well, she's also a very strong hitter of the ball, and I think the coach will ask her to have a look, rotate the strike a bit, and probably the last 3 overs she can try to make a go of it.
Oh, tip and run here from Botswana. Well, William Adume looks very intent on testing out these fielders of Rwanda's in the 30-yard circle.
Well, it looks like we got the answer. We should give Amante the strike.
Yes, maybe Amante has been sent in with a particular job to do. She does like to have a bit of a swing of the bat.
Yes, she does.
This is good bowling here from Rosette. She's into her 4th over now, only having conceded 9 runs and picked up the scalp of the skipper, Laura Mopagedi. Good work we're seeing from her here. She has bowled quite tidily, I would say. Pitched up on the offside there, not quite any timing from Amante.
Yes, overall, Rwanda have done a good job bowling wise. Even a very good job in the field also. Been keeping things very, very tight. It seems like their plan has been working.
And Boulder playing for a bit of turn there, Amante Mokote, and gets done once again by Rosette, who picks up a 2nd wicket, and Botswana go bang and bang, losing 2 wickets in the space of 2 overs. Rwanda still on fire here at the Gaborone BCA 1.
Yes, Rwanda have done well so far. Botswana need to get a good total in order to try to compete in this game. What is a good total so far? We don't know, because Rwanda has a very strong batting lineup also. That seems like a very straight ball that Amante missed.
Yes, seem to be guilty of playing for a bit of turn there, but Rosette just getting that one to hold its line. and knocking back Amantle's off stump.
You're on center. You are facing 2 balls, right?
We have a new batter for Botswana.
So Nele Kitzimang coming to face the fire. First ball delivered outside the off. They're going for a bit of a booming drive. Of course, with that inner ring of fielders on the offside, there's an opportunity when there is some width to capitalize and get some runs.
Over.
Yes, that's the end of the over there. Another productive over for Rwanda. You can hear the applause coming from their dugout. Coaches and support staff very happy with what they're seeing from their fielders and bowlers at the moment. Is that 4 overs for Rosette, is it? He's gotten 2 wickets and conceded 9 runs. And she'll be happy with her day's work today.
Yes, definitely. I think she have done more than enough what her team requires. And Botswana is just basically on the back foot now. Let's hope that Botswana has a plan from here going forward for the next 30 balls. And even a run and a half a ball will get them somewhere total for them to bowl to.
Looks like the skipper has introduced herself back into the attack here to have in on some of the fun that the others have been having. So unfortunately sends that one just down the leg side. Getting that big turn that we have gotten accustomed to seeing from her, given as a bye.
Yes, Rwanda seems to be the only team that bowls a few of their spin bowlers. Everybody else seems that they depend on seam, and the wickets is accommodating turns.
Yes, and of course Rosine Irera here, I'm sure has, from what we have seen, turns the ball quite a bit more than any other spinner we have seen on show. Nele Kitsiman there, happy to take a big stride out and pat that one back. Having a look, only having faced 3 balls so far.
Oh, that's the next convincing foul defense from Mino.
That's big. He's had a tap at a couple and decides to get on one knee and play that one into the leg side there. Brilliant fielding from the cow corner fielder, coming in quickly and making sure 2 runs were not available for Botswana.
Yes, Rwanda, it's really bowling tightly now. Everybody's on mark. Botswana have to be careful here.
Yes, another change of angle of attack here from Rosine Herrera. We saw it work for her earlier today when she got rid of Tuola Shadrack, the first wicket that Botswana lost. She seems to have resorted back to it again.
Yes, she's not giving the Botswana batters a chance to set, a chance to read what she's doing. And that's a very good ploy by the Rwandan bowler.
Yes, end of the 16th over with 4 overs left here, Jay. Botswana on 58 for 5. What are we looking at for the next 24 balls?
We're looking at 32 runs. That will get them roughly about to the 80-90 mark. From now on in, Botswana have to take as much runs as they can just to put a score on the board that they probably can defend. I think if they bowl much better than they bowled yesterday, or they bowl as good as we know they can bowl, I think 90 runs will be a competitive score, a competitive total to defend.
Yes, Henrietta Tishima here, back to bowl a 3rd over. Nele Kitzimang takes that good length ball and puts it down. Henrietta here bowling to 2 fielders outside the 30-yard ring. A long on and 3rd man. Yes, Botswana, of course, at this stage of the game, the last thing they would be wanting is to be facing dot balls. There is opportunity for them. There are a few fielders inside the 30. Maybe a big shot or two might force Rwanda to open up the field, and there might be a few more singles on offer.
Yes, they can't consume all this that ball. It's not going to hit. And just as you said, Karabo, O'Neilly just made a big swing at it. She managed to get it to short mid-wicket, and they scrambled through for a single there.
Yes, I'm sure the encouragement from the dugout, as far as I can hear, is that they should have a positive approach in these final few overs.
I think that Kobele probably will have a go now. I can see the way she's set up.
Yes, he does get a nice full ball there, but doesn't quite get the timing. Looks like there's a bit of a shift in the field here. They're taking a mid-wicket out, and long on is going to stay in place. They have removed the short fine leg and moved her into the offside.
I think they sense what about to go on now.
And a full toss, and that was a tight run there taken. Another tight run taken inside the inner ring here. Clearly the instruction here from the dugout is for Botswana to try and step it up. Shouts from the dugout being bitsa ball, or let's see the ball being hit.
Well, they definitely need a few of those.
And a big swing across the line, big appeal. However, the umpire says no. Probably, maybe thought that was sliding down the leg side. Henrietta Shime did look a bit disappointed not to get that one.
Yeah, I think she is. The appeal was a little bit extensively.
Yes, and that brings the end of her over. She's gone for 5 runs only in her 3 overs. I'm sure the captain will be ecstatic with Botswana at the moment with 3 overs to go, 61 for 5.
You are now 3 minutes down.
I would think that they would need a little bit more just to put this Rwanda side under pressure when they come to chasing that score.
Yes, they do.
Yes, Mary Diane here coming back into the attack once again. Coming in to bowl her last over. Oh dear! Almost a comical run there attempted by Botswana. Wabila just managed to send her partner back in time.
Yeah, it's getting to a point now that you have to take every run and make every attempt to get every run that you can.
And bowler Mary Diane picks up a 3rd wicket. A big hoik there for Nele Kitimang. Hit somewhere up in the clouds. And the ball sneaks through the gap that she had created between her bat and her body. And Mary Diane, once again, coming good for her captain. Every time she comes back into the bowling attack, seems to take a wicket for her captain.
Yes, she's been very inspirational for the team, and as a senior player, she just does her job leading from the front.
Yes, yeah, looking at the dismissal here, looks to cut her fingers right across that ball. Beautifully bowled off cutter, deceiving the batter and just nicking off her off stump. This brings the youngster Mirapelo Piase to the crease. Rwanda right on top of Botswana here. A fair miss from Mirapelo first ball. I'm sure the youngster will be a little bit nervous coming up against a senior pro as Mary Diane is.
Yeah, she probably is. Seeing what the position her team is in. Rwanda seems to have everything under control here from the bowling perspective. Maria Diane is really putting a senior spell here for Rwanda. There was a foul defense again by Marapello.
Yes, Mary Diane seems to have resorted to those off-cutters. She has had success with one in this over. Picking up her 7th wicket of the tournament so far. She's, I'm sure, a delight for her captain to have in her ranks. Oh, that one sneaking just under the bat. And that brings the end of Mary Diane's 4th over. 3 for 11, her figures after her bowling spell. Botswana at the moment with 2 overs to go, 61 for 6. 12 balls to go, James Moses. What's the best we can hope for from Botswana's perspective?
Well, I have to be very positive here. Kobile is still here. I think this is the over that she has to let everything go.
Captain, 2 minutes now. Thank you for recovering. Captain informed.
Yeah, we have to try to get as much runs as we can here, Karab.
Yes, indeed, but this is a difficult position for Botswana.
Let's play, ladies.
Because they do have their last senior player still at the crease. All hopes will be riding on Rwabile Matume's shoulders at the moment.
Time, ladies. Let's play.
We are seeing a change of bowling. It looked like
Henrietta.
looks like Henrietta Shimo is the one who's tasked to bowl this 19th over.
So far she hasn't given anything away. I think she has bowled her 3 overs, about 3 runs. She starts with a wide here.
She has bowled 3 overs for 5 runs. It looked like Josiane was actually warming up to come on and bowl, but maybe with Rwabile, the senior batter for Botswana, being on strike, they decided to go with a matchup of senior to senior, with Henriette coming and grabbing the ball.
Yes, it's not a bad idea.
Oh, and looks like Rwabile had actually given up. Had given up that run that was just patted straight to the short cover fielder. Had that been a direct hit, she would have been on her way.
Yeah, on her way.
A touch away from you.
On her way, yes. I'm wondering what was the thinking here. Why would you take a quick ones like that, knowing that you're the senior batter and you only have 11 more balls to go? Kobile need to take most of the strike in order for Botswana to get as much runs as they can.
Yes, that's true. There was a driven there by Marapello, well fielded in the short cover region, gets a strong left hand to it. Probably stopping the potential of a couple of runs. Yes, indeed, Mr. Moses, it was a strange one from Rwabile being the senior batter and deciding to tip and run to cover. She'll probably be the trusted one to try and see if she can get a few boundaries away for Botswana here at the very least.
Yeah, she should, even the 1s and 2s. Well, that's a little better. That's a little better. Yeah, well, let's hope that Marapello is in the same vein, that she can just try to rotate the singles. Maybe they're thinking about every ball should be a run, which still helps.
Raw ball there from Henriette Shime right in the block hole. I'm sure well aware of what Botswana would want to do at this stage of the innings. Executing that Yorker very well.
Yes, Rwanda bowlers are under mark today, not giving anything away.
And big appeal there and given. Stump to stump here from Henrietta Shimwe, and she finally gets a bit of joy. She gets on the scoreboard in terms of wickets, having bowled her 3.5 overs for only 9 runs. The way she has bowled today, she has definitely deserved that wicket.
Yes, she has. Even in the last game, she was one of the best bowlers, in fact, the best bowler in the Rwandan team. But Henrietta seems to be doing really, really well today. She has only went for 9 runs, and this is her 4th over.
Yes, 1 ball to go in her 4th over. And I was just thinking, for how well she's bowled and she hasn't picked up a wicket, she might be feeling hard done by at the end of the innings, but at least she's got her just rewards now.
Yes, she has.
Too much. Okay.
Coming into the crease is a debutant, Aliyah Muturala, playing in her first match. I'm sure that heart will be pumping, Jay.
Yes, surely.
And a big appeal again, and back-to-back wickets for Henrietta Shimwe. And unfortunately for Aliyah Muturala, making her T20 international debut, she unfortunately has to go first ball.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for Aliyah. But Henrietta is right on the mark again, Karabo.
Yes, indeed, not missing the mark here. The ball right down the middle stump. Would have hit middle halfway up, and the umpire did not have any choice but to raise his finger.
Yeah, that was a confident appeal, and it was a confident decision by the umpire.
Yes, indeed. Last over here to go for Botswana, 19 gone with 65 for 8. Kisoro and Nakali coming to the crease to join Khwabile Matume. And Captain Rosini Rera has given herself the responsibility to see out the last over.
Then again, Karabo, that single, was it needed to take?
Yes, once again, Khwabile there. I'm sure maybe in her thought process, she's thinking we just try and get anything and everything that we can. Young Kisoro Nakali coming into bat for the first time as well in T20 internationals.
Yes, Botswana seems to have a few debutant, a group of young players that is in the team, which is a good thing. It's the only way you get experience, by playing.
And some bat on that from young Kisoro. Makes her first run in international cricket there. Gets the senior batter Khwabile Matume back on strike. She'll be happy with her
first run.
Had a bit of a tough day yesterday with the ball. Khwabile goes for a big one. Not out given there by the square leg umpire. Big appeal for a stumping. Good sharp work for the Rwanda keeper. Khwabile just managing to get her back down on time. Oh, edge down to the third man region here from Khwabile Matume. Chases on from the point fielder. Manages to get it back to the keeper, but Khwabile Matume has made her ground quite safely. Clarice there chasing from the point region, making sure to hold that one in. But Botswana will be happy that Khwabile Matume still has the strike for this last ball. Last ball, tip and run here from Khwabile Matume. Try at the keeper's end and given out by the umpire. Interesting choice from Khwabile Matume there to tip and run the last delivery, hitting it straight back to the bowler, giving Kisoro Nakali no chance at the striker's end. But that bringing an end to the Botswana innings. Botswana finishing now on 69 for 9 after the 20 overs. And looking at this Rwanda side, they will be very happy indeed at their morning's work so far. Restricting Botswana to only 69 with 70 runs to chase. I'm sure is an ideal situation for them.
Yes, definitely. The job is done in the field by Rwanda, restricting Botswana to 69 runs. They just have to go and apply themselves now, and I think Rwanda should be on their way.
Yes, looking at the performances here from Rwanda. Mary Diane getting 3 wickets. Henrietta Shima getting 2 wickets. The captain herself getting a wicket. They're just showing that the seniors know what they're doing for the Rwanda side, and they're the trusted. Pakoma Putsani, 22 from 37 for Botswana, being their top scorer. Once again, after being the top scorer against Lesotho yesterday. But Botswana would be a bit disappointed with how things have ended up, but they do have another chance to show what they can do when they do come on the field. Join us again for the second part of this game, with Rwanda looking to chase 70 runs.
Hey, Nino, come on, Patala di Raho. Hadio Harit Lavong. Taka ko beke
Yeah, like that.
Which one? That one? No, this one. You can, yeah. Come guys, time up, time up. Oh, that was very good. Some referees in one there. There it's quiet. The attention is not much on you. It's on the standing right when you go there. Either on the first ball and fifth ball or both, whatever you feel. What time was it?
Center. Center, please. Off. Off. Thank you.
Laura, your helmet is off.
Welcome back to the BCA Kalahari T20. Botswana taking on Rwanda here at BCA 1, the Botswana Cricket Association ovals. Rwanda with the task of chasing down 70 runs that were set by Botswana, the first innings of the match. The order of the day here for Botswana will be wickets, wickets, wickets. Because I highly doubt that you'd be able to restrict Rwanda below 70 without bowling them out.
Yes, Karaba, I share your sentiments with that. But Botswana still have to try and get those wickets and get those wickets early.
First ball shortish there from Tuelo Shadrack bowling to, I would say, an in-form Meridian. Well fielded at point there by Hwabile Matume. An immediate change of field here from Botswana. They did have a sweeper out. They decided to put a deep point out instead. Nice back of a length delivery. Guided down to third man to get Rwanda underway in their chase.
Yes, Rwanda bowling was very good and precise. The fielding backed up the bowling, and let's hope that Botswana can take something from a page from Rwanda's book and try to bowl the right line and length, and the fielders are up for the task today also.
There's Katia ready here to take strike from Tuelo Shadrack, of course, who did perform well for Botswana yesterday, keeping a nice steady line outside of stump, hitting a good length. Edge there from Katia with the first delivery. Good hand there from Mitoi, who's fielding at a slightly deeper slip. Does well. That ball had the potential to possibly run away for Rwanda's first boundary, but she did well to dive to her left and get a hand on that one. Katia gets off strike and gets off the mark as well.
Yesterday we see Rwanda's two opening bats were very clinical in their chase against Mozambique.
Well done, Tuelo.
Yes, indeed. So a very clinical chase of 75 runs. They did start slightly cautiously in the first couple of overs, but once they had a look of things, they were very happy to open up. Very clinical in the sense that they did not give a single chance to Mozambique in that chase.
Yes, definitely they did.
Slightly shorter ball cut away. There is a deep point in place. Slight fumble out in the outfield, but Rwanda does manage to come back for two runs. Very nice shot off the back foot there from Meridian. A slightly back of a length being bowled here by Tuelo Shadrack.
Come on, guys.
Very interesting that there is a deep point out. We have said that these teams have met before, so maybe they have realized that that could be a strong point for Meridian.
Yes, I think it definitely was.
Another slightly shorter ball cut away behind point. The fielder at third man does well, puts in a dive and manages to stop that one once again from getting to the boundary. Rwanda managed to get through for one. And a positive start from Rwanda here with 5 runs after the first over.
This Rwanda is moving along very nicely.
There's good positive intent here being shown from the Rwanda batters. There has been a little bit of room being offered here by Shadrack in her first over.
Just a touch away.
I'm sure they will be looking at the senior bowlers up front, Tuelo Shadrack and Hwabile Matume here marking out a run-up to try and make early inroads, getting the two senior batters for Rwanda here Katia and Mary Diane try to get back in the hut as quickly as possible to send some jitters into the Rwanda dressing room.
Well, now they don't have a choice. They have to bowl the most experienced bowlers, in particular against the top line batters for Rwanda. And they have to make quick inroads in order for them to have a chance of trying to defend this low total of 69.
Probably there starts right on the button, right about off stump, and Mary I'm very happy to have a look at that one. I'm sure Botswana here would like to tighten up that line from the first over, maybe try and attack the stumps a little bit. We did see quite a few bold and LBW dismissals in that first innings of Botswana's, which indicates that maybe a stump to stump line is the way to go.
Yeah, I think so, Karabo. They have to give themselves a chance. Definitely have to give themselves a chance. They have to bring Elbe into play, because also the slowness of the wicket.
Yes, indeed, the slowness of the wicket probably not conducive to anything being played across the line, and you would be hoping that with that ball just before maybe staying a little bit low, you do want to be targeting the stump so that if the batsman does make a mistake, as a bowler you're in the game. Slightly shorter ball. On one knee goes Mary Diane. Over the leg side, ball running away towards the square leg region boundary, and it is 4 runs, Rwanda's first boundary. Thanks to Mary Diane. Wonderful sweep shot there. Getting on one knee after a short ball from Kwabile Matume and putting that one away expertly.
Yeah, it was a good shot by Mary Diane. We all know her experience, and they can't give her any room whatsoever, whether outside the off stump or any short balls. Matumi here has to be on target, has to get the ball at a good length and wicket to wicket.
Yes, change in length there from Kwabile Matume, probably realizing her error from the previous delivery and now asking Mary Diane to come forward. Most of the delivery she has faced so far, she's actually probably played more on the back foot. And Botswana might be missing a trick here with the new ball. Just pitch it up a bit more.
Yes, even yesterday we see most of her shots were hit through point, and now she got a short one which she dispatched through mid-wicket.
Another short ball. Mary Diane happy to pull that one away into the vacant fine leg region. Definitely not the start that Botswana have been looking for here, but Mary Diane at the moment putting anything loose away. Just the start that Rwanda wanted.
Yes, Rwanda is comfortably on their way. Matumi has to be careful now. We also see yesterday Marie, anything that is straight on the stump, she blocked. It's a strong foul defense. So Matumi now has to get on target now. 2 short ones is not the order of the day, Karam.
Yes, indeed, on this slow wicket, any batter would be licking their lips at anything halfway down the wicket, as we have seen this over so far. Yes, one well pitched up and dot ball to finish the second over, but Rwanda on 13 for no loss. Yes, and Botswana here in desperate need of some inspiration. A wicket or 2, or 3 or 4 in the power play here is seemingly the only way that they could have any hope of maybe coming out on top in this match.
Yeah, this match definitely is not going to, this innings of Rwanda definitely is not going to go to 20 overs.
Tuelo Shadrack to face up with Katia here, who's only faced the one delivery so far. As we're seeing there, Tuelo Shadrack again, starting with a ball that's slightly maybe shorter of a length that she should be bowling. The Rwanda players so far have Can play most of their shots on the back foot.
Yes, I think the bowlers has to identify that quickly and bowl on the stump, full and straight, like that one.
Yes, that one, and Katia gets another inside edge, running away towards the fine leg region. The chase is on, and big effort, but the ball still wins the chase to the boundary. Midway there with a valiant effort. Unfortunately for her, with the ball winning. But that delivery there, pitched up just outside the off stump. Katia going for a big booming drive. And that's where the chances will come from, Coach Jay. A false stroke induced there by a delivery pitched up on the off stump.
Yes, I think that's where the bowlers will have more joy because the Rwandan top order batsmen, well, I wouldn't say they're not good in the front foot, but anything that is straight and full, they're usually blocked. Not unless they're coming onto the wicket to the slow bowlers. So Botswana has to be on the money in order for them to put a fight up to defend this total.
Yes, and as you mentioned there, Katia using her feet, trying to get to the pitch of the delivery. Something that we saw quite a lot in the first match yesterday against Mozambique. They were very happy to use their feet. When Mozambique did find their lengths, they used that tactic to off-put the Mozambican bowlers. Short delivery there, punched into the cover region. Once again, I'll just reiterate that Botswana would want to just creep up towards the stumps a little bit more here with their bowling.
And we also
execute a stroke there, Jay.
Yes, Dian wasn't going to stand there and then face the next delivery, be bogged down. Rwanda on their way. It's 21.
After 3.421 on the board, Rwanda seeming to make light work of this chase at the moment. Yes, and that is the region that Amante Mokote would be looking at finding every now and then, as often as possible. It is a challenge with these Rwanda batters because they are keen to using their feet and changing the lengths of the bowlers.
Yes, they do.
Wide.
Big encouragement here from the Botswana fielders, searching for inspiration from somewhere. Things looking a little bit bleak at the moment.
Botswana have to find something from somewhere. I think they're hoping a month they can give them that start.
Yes, and after being put over mid-offside, Amantle finishes that over quite solidly. 22 after 4 overs are around at the moment. And those two seasoned batters in there, taking care of things without a glitch so far. Tuelo Sajdak for her third over. Pitched up, driven hard towards covers. Slight misfield, allowing Katia to get her 6th run. Slightly short and wide delivery there to Mary Diane. Be disappointed. She does thrive on those deliveries outside the off stump towards the point region.
Yes, she does. Rwanda seems to be very comfortable with the Botswana bowling at the moment.
That one pitched up and played towards the sweeper fielder who's out there patrolling the boundary. And the ball has gone over the keeper's head. Slightly sloppy here from Botswana, allowing Mary Diane to come back for a second run.
So there wasn't a backup here for the wicket keeper. That's just a basic mistake that was made by Botswana there. Botswana have to keep it together and see what they can get from this game.
Oh, lovely delivery there from Tuelo Shadrack. That's more the area that she should be looking to bowl. If she wants to keep Mary Diane quiet, maybe build some pressure and force her into a mistake.
But Karabo, I'm sure you've been in this position a couple of times. How do you apply yourself in such situation, knowing that there's a strong possibility that
Swung away towards the leg side there from Mary Diane. A length ball there, bowled by Tuelo, and she was able to get underneath that one and dispatch it over square leg. Mary Diane making light work of what's happening here.
Yes, definitely.
Sorry, Jay, you were saying?
Yeah, as I was saying, I think you'll find yourself in a few of these situations before. How do you apply yourself? How do you get the motivation? What do you look for from this game, knowing that it's a strong possibility that you're going to lose?
Not sure what the appeal was for there. Maybe he just took a nick off the pad. 29 for no loss after 5 overs. Rwanda smooth as can be. Yes, Jay. It is a difficult position to be in, but you can have all the motivation in the world, but at the end of the day, you need to execute your plans. I'm not too sure what Botswana's plans were exactly coming into this, but I would have hoped that they would have learned something from their counterparts in the first innings, seeing as most of the dismissals were bowled in LBW, that they would have pitched the ball up and maybe hoped to attack the stumps a little bit more. But unfortunately, that hasn't been the case, and this has made things fairly easy for these Rwanda batters so far.
Middle. Right arm bowler coming over to you.
Yes. Since they probably will meet again in the tournament, or they will meet again in the tournament, I think that they should try to take away something, at least information going forward to the next game. I know it's a little bit negative to say, but you have to take what you can get, at least until you meet again, because there's a finals, and I think that's a game that will more count. I mean, we have been to tournaments before that we have seen teams, and even us, we win all our games, and when we get to the finals, we just couldn't pass that hurdle.
Short ball and put over just to the right of Midon there, and Katia doesn't want to miss out on the fun. Short ball by Amante, and it's been put away wide of Midon. Expertly here by Katia, who hasn't had much of the strike. Has been watching Mary Diane have all the fun the other side, but she's getting in on the action now. Yes, indeed, the format of this tournament is a double round robin with the top 2 teams in the table who will play a final, and the bottom 2 will play a third and fourth playoff. So far, Botswana and Rwanda being the top 2 in the table.
So, what you're saying basically that Botswana could lose twice again to Rwanda and still win the tournament?
Yes, indeed, it is very possible. Should Botswana win the rest of their games. But being a cricketer, I think you always know you have to take it one game at a time. You can only deal with what's in front of you in the moment. Amantla there just possibly unsettled by the boundary by Katia, and then the next delivery Katia actually used her feet to go towards her. As we saw these Rwanda batters doing to Mozambique yesterday, unsettling them with their feet movement, using the crease. Amantla here bowling to a field with a sweeper out, and they did move the long on back after that boundary by Katia earlier in the over.
Yes, when Botswana was batting in their first power play, they only managed to get 18 runs. It's 5.3 overs, and Rwanda already scored 35 in 5.3 overs. And Rwanda seems to be going over the top whenever every opportunity they get. I think the first 6 overs, Karabo, you have to have a good balance there, balance of attack and defense, not losing too many wickets. But you can't just let the overs go by, in particular the top 6 overs, the first 6 overs of the game.
Yes, indeed. I believe that they call it a power play for a reason. We saw Rwanda quite comfortably keeping fielders inside the 30, even beyond the power play. That's because there was very few attempts from Botswana batters to go over the top. We did mention on occasion that when the bad balls were put to some of the Botswana batters, they didn't manage to put those away for boundaries, but that is a stark contrast from what we have seen from the Rwanda batters so far.
Yes, it has. Rwanda batters, anything just minute full, they have a go at it, even outside the off stump. And all the short balls that have been bowled to them, whether down the middle or outside the off stump, they have put those away for boundaries.
Yes, definitely. Botswana should be taking note of where these margins come in these T20 games. Pitched up, strongly driven towards mid-off. Scampany 2 for a single. Oh, there's a mix-up and the ball goes towards the keeper, but the throw is wide and Katia manages to make it back. And James Moses. For the first time, we were seeing a mix-up between the Rwanda batters. A tactic that we mentioned. Rwanda don't really adopt, taking those quick singles within the 30, and it almost ended up in disaster.
Yes, we noticed that yesterday. Not too many quick singles, and there was a bit bustling between ones and twos, undecisive, and it tells here.
Yes, the cover fielder there who picked up the ball unfortunately threw it wide of the stumps. Didn't allow her captain Laura Mupakedi to be able to complete the run out. Botswana would be disappointed there as they missed an opportunity to take a wicket. Rwanda moving along smoothly here, end of the power play, 37 for no loss. And once again, we talk about margins in this game, and that was a fine margin. 1 wicket, and you never know what happens from there.
Yeah, we have seen and heard many of those. Botswana can't give up. They still have to fight. As I said, there's something to get from this game. Whether experience going into the next one, into the next game in the afternoon, or experience and data going into the following game. Maybe the next Rwanda game. They have to try to take some positive from what's going on here. Still work hard, try to execute their plans, and see where it takes them.
Yes, indeed, in search of inspiration, Laura Mupakedi is calling upon Nele Kitimang. Nele Kitimang, of course, who was the player of the match yesterday in the encounter with Mozambique. Having taken 3 wickets for 20 runs in her 4-over spell. Yes, indeed, Mr. Moses. With these games coming thick and fast, you have to correct any mistakes that you have done in previous games fairly quickly. I think the first stage is being aware of what's happening and then trying to address it as quickly as possible and then executing it when you finally get the chance. Slightly shorter ball there, pumped towards cover. Cover fielder just gets a boot on it, I think. They do have a long off out. Long off comes around.
And here we go again, another mix-up.
Slight mix-up again between the two Rwanda batters. Only one run taken off that.
Rwanda is marching on quite easily now. Yeah, 30 without loss in the 7th over.
Meridian here not too keen to be pushing the fielders about the field. She's hitting the ball well, not too bothered about the running between the wickets, it seems. And a big appeal there, and she's been given. Unele Kitsimang gets the breakthrough from Botswana. Type of delivery that we have seen work for Rwanda so much throughout this tournament. And Botswana there getting the big wicket of Meridian, LBW, as we have seen. Just looking at it here, Mr. Moses gets that ball well straight, hitting her in front of the wickets. Umpire taking a bit of time and then lifting his finger.
Yeah, I thought he probably think that was just about middle and leg.
Yes, of course, with our angle here, it's difficult to see exactly where that ball hit, but umpire deciding that that was good enough for him.
Yes.
And this is where Botswana must realize that this is where they got their joy from. Stump to stump on a full length. This brings Henriette Shimwe to the crease. Of course, we haven't seen Henriette Shimwe yet with the bat in the tournament so far. And maybe a blessing in disguise for Rwanda, because if Katia and Meridian finished all the games, nobody else gets a bat.
Yes, we see that happen in tournaments. And then when you get to the most important game of the tournament, you could find yourself wanted.
Yes, Henriette Shimwe there, dealing with that delivery outside of stump, getting it to the sweeper to get off the mark. Katia there just missing that one outside of stump, looking to cut it down towards the third man region. After 7 overs, Rwanda here 39 for 1, having lost their mainstay in the tournament so far. Meridian given LBW of Unele Kitsimang's bowling. First wicket for Botswana, and we're seeing a return of Babila Matume, who didn't have the greatest first over. But now with the wicket having fell, Laura Mpagedi probably feels that Babila being experienced could return with a better showing and maybe get another wicket and apply some pressure. As we say, cricket is a funny game. Another wicket here, maybe two.
Coming over to you.
And with a bit of inexperience within that Rwanda lineup, you never know.
Yes, Matumi should take notice of what happened the previous over from Anele and try to get a little bit fuller and straighter for the new batter.
Yes, now asking the Rwanda batters to come on the front foot a little bit more here, the Botswana bowlers.
Yes, they should. Take into consideration the wicket is a bit slow. Let's hope Matumi can strike here in this over.
She goes short again, slightly aerial, but finds the gap there, Henriette Shimwe.
touch away. That's your center. 4 balls to go. Right arm bowler coming over to you.
This is Katia's first opportunity to have a look at Matume. Pitched up outside the off stump there. From what I've noticed of Katia, she has gotten a few balls in that region there, pitched up outside the off stump, but she hasn't managed to make contact on quite a few of them.
Yeah, and the balls that she managed to make contact through, she hit them in the air just far left square. And maybe that is something that Botswana can have a look at.
Why?
That one just getting away from Matume there, but maybe that's what she's attempting to do with Katia at the moment, just maybe keep it away from her. As we said, these teams do know each other, so they might have noticed something from maybe previous encounters.
Yeah, but Botswana need wicket. They have to attack.
Just cut away there by Katia. But a fantastic fielding there from Tuola Shadrack in the point region, making sure that there was a dot ball there. 29 runs to get here from 74 balls for Rwanda. Still no alarm bells at the moment. The 2 seasoned players still at the crease for them.
Yes, no alarm whatsoever. As I was saying earlier on, I think Botswana should try to see what they can get from this game to move forward in their game this afternoon.
Again, we would say Wabile Matume not really challenged the stumps as much as she probably would have hoped, or her captain would hope. So room on offer for the Rwanda batters to get away through those offside gaps.
Why?
Well pitched up and launched over mid-off's head. Half volley well dealt with there by Henrietta Shimwe. Well, something we have seen from the Rwanda batters is that when it's well pitched up, they are not shy to go over the top. Good way to finish that 8th over. 47 for 1 here, Rwanda seeming to be cruising nicely.
Yes, Rwanda is on song here. They're just taking their time, capitalizing on those full balls. And they're on their way. We're going to have a continuation from the generation end with Onelia. I hope she can strike again to give Botswana some hope. We still need a further 23 more runs. But knowing cricket the way it is, you never know what could happen.
Yes, Onele Kitsimanya having been Botswana's top performer with the ball so far in the tournament, and she will be hoping that she can sneak one in again here.
Yes, definitely.
Slight outside JJ, running down to third man. Third man goes through her legs. Fortunately for her, the ball didn't have enough pace on it to get to the boundary, but it allows the Rwanda batters to come back for 2.
Keep going, Mino, keep going, Mino. But how about the kitchen?
there was a wide ball here from O'Neilly. It's not going to help the team, help Botswana. As I said, Botswana need to try to take some positive away from this game. They need to come back to their strategy. If there was one bowling against these batsmen, and see what they can take for the next day or later for the next game.
Yes, indeed. When you do find yourself in such situations, you need to remember that every ball still counts. You still, as a cricketer, have to be playing with some kind of pride when you're playing for your nation. You don't just throw your head down and give up. You make it as tough for the opposition all the way through as much as you can. The day's hotting up here nicely in Gaborone, Mr. Moses. On for another sweltering day here in Gaborone. In fact, I think it's a little bit hotter than yesterday today.
Yes, it probably is. Early in the morning, we had a light breeze from east to west. It seems that the breeze has stopped.
Pitched up and driven towards the cover fielder who cleans that one up. Yes, the breeze has disappeared for the meantime. Those flags are not moving anymore. It feels like we're a little bit of an oven here. It'll be a tough day for these ladies. Another double header. Using a feed cut here, they're playing it towards mid-on.
Yeah, O'Neilly seems to be keeping things a little bit quiet here for now. Yes, Karabo. The heat here is going to be a factor going into this afternoon. As you can see, there's no cloud in the sky, and the heat here in Botswana tends to be a little bit different from elsewhere. There's no humidity. Basically, it's just a hot, burning heat.
Yes, a dry heat. Okay, hit up in the air there towards cover. Lands in a safe space, but Kati has come out of the crease a little bit, and the run out is on and given by the square leg umpire. Second chance of a run out by Katia, and this time she's going to have to work back to the crease. Botswana this time making no mistake. For the second time in this innings, Katia has run halfway down the wicket and had to return to the keeper's end. Another breakthrough here for Botswana. As you said, some positives to take through.
Yeah, Botswana needs that. Well, we saw earlier on Katia and Marie, they couldn't really get it together when it comes to the singles. And yet again, Rwanda has given Botswana a wicket.
8 minutes down. 8 minutes down.
Yes, Rwanda will be disappointed with that, as they would have found that quite an unnecessary wicket to lose. But once again, Jay, I will mention it will give another batter a chance to have a look in the middle there.
Well, yes, we always say every disappointment is a blessing, and maybe this is one also. But Botswana has to take every positive they can from this game, because the games come quick and fast. After this game, they only have an hour and 5 minutes before the second game in the afternoon.
Yes, 9.1 overs gone here and 53 for 2. Shakila coming to the crease here. Joining Henrietta Shimwe, who's looked quite solid in her stint at the crease.
Henrietta is all around good cricketer. She bowled really well in the Botswana innings. And now it seems like she's applying herself also.
Yes, some cheers there for that ball rising above the off stump there, but doesn't really do any good. We saw Mary Diane as well get some balls rising up at her, but those don't seem to be the ones that are going to get the wickets, are they?
Yeah, for some reason, I thought those are the balls you prey on. those balls that popped, but they popped and they went straight through. The batsman managed to evade those. And most of the ball that pops is from the generator end.
Yes, indeed. That's where the bulk of balls which have been rising we have seen from. Short ball pulled away expertly, straight to the fielder though. Mute making no mistake there on the boundary. Well pulled there by Henrietta. That flew to the boundary, didn't it?
Yes, straight out of the middle of the bat.
And that's what we're seeing from the Rwanda batters that we possibly didn't see in the morning.
Bring it back.
When you do get those short balls, those over-pitched balls, they do not hesitate. They go at it with a good full flow.
Yes, they do, and they make good use of the power play. Also, they was very positive.
Shakila there patting her first ball down to third man region, to the point region.
If you could find a fault in Rwanda batting, it's just that there is not too much of rotation of single.
Yes, indeed. Just a slight change in field here, asking the mid-off to track back a little bit.
Another wide again. Botswana is not helping themselves by bowling these extras.
Yes, extras were a problem for Botswana yesterday, and they seem to have repeated the dose again this morning.
Yes, it was chalk and cheese yesterday in the morning and yesterday in the afternoon. I think in the morning they bowled 4 extras, and in the afternoon they bowled 28.
Yes, and that brings the end of the 10th over, halfway point in this innings. Rwanda requiring only 15 runs of the 60 balls remaining. Laura Mapagedi once again calling on Tuela Shadrack here.
Don't you think it's a bit little too late? Maybe other 1 or 2 bowlers that hadn't get a good go should have tried to establish themselves.
Indeed, that might be the case, or maybe Laura just here thinking things didn't go too well yesterday when she rung the changes in terms of the bowling. So maybe she just wants to keep things nice and tidy for the moment.
Yes, maybe she's looking ahead to see who can bowl where and what. We never know.
And we had opening up that front leg, looking to pierce that gap between mid-wicket and mid-on. So well fielded there by the mid-wicket fielder, Alia Mturala on debut.
Botswana can say they have some small victories here. In Botswana, Innings, that will have been a run, but it seems like Botswana has recognized something here, that the Rwandan batters is not really keen to take those quick singles.
And yet finally, after a couple of attempts, opening up that front leg and managing to pierce that cover gap to pick up a couple of runs.
Rwanda marching on.
There's only 13 runs to go here, with Henriette looking set at the crease. Slightly shorter ball. Slight misfield there at cover, allowing them to scamper through for a single. If there is one positive about the Botswana ladies, they have put their body behind the ball. Some of these balls have been hit fairly hard at them inside the 30-yard.
Yeah, yes, indeed. The feeling is much better than yesterday, as we can see. As I said, Botswana should try to take as much positive as they can from this game going into the game this afternoon.
The Yoka ball there. Well dug out there by Shakila, bringing an end to the 11th over. Rwanda 58 for 2, regarding only 12 more runs with 8 wickets in hand. Yes, looks like Botswana here are going to stick to their senior bowlers for the moment, with Unele Kitsimang now changing ends and coming from the pond end. Maybe a case of damage limitation here by Captain Laura.
Yes, and maybe a case of looking ahead for this afternoon to see where she can find all her positives. Unele seems to do real well. She was the man of the match yesterday. So let's see if Botswana can get in a wicket or two. There's something to take from this game.
Sonele Kitsimang coming to bowl to a field of a deep third man, a sweeper. Long off, down, and a deep square leg. A 6-3 field.
Today, just like yesterday, Unele is very consistent. 1 or 2 wides and a couple of short balls. But she was more on the fuller side. And she's hitting her line just about outside the off stump.
And a big appeal here, and it's been given. Big sweep shot there attempted by Henrietta Ishimwe. And mode of dismissal again, Mr. Moses. LBW, bowling stump to stump, is where the joy seems to be coming from.
Yes, definitely. We talked about that earlier. Since yesterday, we identify what we think will work. And as I said, I hope Botswana can take some positive from this going into the game this afternoon. And hopefully, when they meet Rwanda again, which will be in the next day or two.
Oh, Mr. Moses, they say cricket is a funny game. How funny is it really?
Well, I'm not going to be too optimistic in this one. I would like to. I'm a bit biased here. Botswana is a home team, and this is a team I've been with for some time. But yeah, cricket is a funny game. But I think we have to take the funny from this one, Karabo. I think this one is basically routine.
Yes, seemingly our first left-hand batter of the day, Project Ngabire, coming to the crease. Unele Kitsimang continuing her good form, picking up wickets for Botswana at regular intervals. She has done well in the first day and then today as well.
Yes, she has.
Seems to be the only bowler who has seemingly been able to maintain consistently that stump-to-stump line. The big wide to start off with to the left-hander, and I would expect that bowlers would struggle to bowl to left-handers at times, because as you mentioned earlier, we do not get too many left-hand bowlers at this African Association level, associate level.
No, we don't. Even too many left-hander batsmen also.
Yeah.
but I could see she was just trying to adjust her run to the left-hander. But that one just get away from her. But she's back to the right-hander now. Let's see if she can squeeze the next wicket for Botswana. And maybe the funny can come into cricket.
Good raw edge there. Popped up towards the point region. Seems like Botswana have picked up a little bit of energy now since they've picked up these few wickets. Of course, we'll be disappointed with the score that they did get on the board, but as you keep saying, Mr. Moses, positive to pick up.
Yes, I'm very happy about that. As I said, you take as much positive as you can, even when you're down, because you never know when you may need it. Experience, Karaba, experience. You take something today, you may need it tomorrow.
Pitched up here, hit solidly towards non-striker. Took a bit of time to get off her blocks, but she manages to run through unscathed. Non-striker almost caught guilty of ball watching a little bit there. Striker made a call quite immediately, but Georgette just took a little bit of time to scamper to the other side.
Yeah, if we could say one small weakness in the arm of Rwanda. It doesn't seem like they run too well in the wickets.
Once again, struggling a little bit to find a line to the left end of this. Throwing that one a little bit wider. Looks like she might be trying too hard to adjust to the angle.
Yeah, as you can see, I think, she's trying a bit too hard. Maybe she's just a bit too wide.
That one on the leg side, and well touched on there by Georgette. Big chase on. Mkisiwe Nakali manages to pull that one up, and two runs are there to Georgette Ngabire. That brings the end of the 12th over. Rwanda on 64 for 3, needing just the 6 runs to win this match. That will make it 3 out of 3 for Rwanda so far in the tournament. It would be the first defeat for Botswana, with fixtures for these two teams in the afternoon as well. Quite a physically demanding day ahead for these ladies still.
Yes, and the condition is not getting any better. The heat is a bit extreme.
Fabio Matume again. Laura choosing to rotate her senior bowlers at the moment. Maybe hoping that they can find a bit of form.
Yes. Yeah, the captain is putting through senior bowlers to their paces. Maybe she's trying to say that you guys should work on, get yourself in order for the next game.
Yes, a couple of swing and misses outside off stump here from Shakila. Not quite getting out to meet those deliveries that she's been given by Rabile Matume. It is an interesting approach that Laura's taking. I would have thought that maybe she might have wanted to rest her senior bowlers for the challenge they have this afternoon against Mozambique.
Yeah. The only thing I can say, if I could get into Laura's head, is maybe she's thinking that our bowlers need a little bit more overs under the belt, and it makes a lot of sense. What we call game time. So maybe that's what she's doing, because yesterday it was a little bit of struggle for her making the changes. Yeah. So
Yes.
maybe she's trying to get it right. As I said, take some positives from this game going into the next game this afternoon.
Full toss there, hit solidly towards mid off, and Amantle Mokotle does well to pick that one up.
And also, it's a very quick turnaround, Karabo.
Yes, indeed. It's a very short time between the two matches. You just have a quick lunch and then straight back into your warm-ups again. So play towards cover there. Another mix-up in between the wickets. Luckily, the fielder does not pick the ball up cleanly. Another mix-up there between the wickets with the Rwanda batters.
Yes, I hope the Botswana is taking notes. As you can see, the fielders can actually step back because Rwanda don't run too many singles. So that's a positive. They got that right. They also got the Rwandan batters play very well off the front foot. Sorry, very well off the back foot. So these are pointers that I'm sure Botswana is taking.
It's a rarity here for Botswana. Made it over from Rabide Matume. Score still at 63 with the loss of 3 wickets. 13 overs gone. 64 for 3 after 13 overs. With 6 runs still to win. And we're seeing the return of Amantle Mokotle into the bowling attack.
Bowler number 3, 99.
She has bowled her 2 overs, conceding 13 runs.
Bowling change.
It's still something we haven't seen
Right arm bowler coming
as the
over
innings
to
has progressed, Jay. We still haven't seen Botswana attacking the stumps, even though that's where the wickets have come from.
Yes, basically all 3 wickets.
2, 1 run out.
1 run out.
Well pitched up ball there, big booming drive. Botswana fielders now all inside the 30, so Georgette there, eyes lit up, saw that opportunity to hit that ball over the top of these ringer fielders on the offside. Again, a full flowing bat from Georgette. Unfortunately for her, finding the fielder.
Yeah. Here again, the Botswana senior bowlers have been put through their paces. The captain has probably said you have to get it right.
We've had 8 dot balls in a row. The 2 batters and the Rwanda team at the moment struggling to get the ball through, despite there being only 6 runs to get.
You've seen what I'm seeing, Karabo, in sense of the Rwanda batting order. You see what I'm seeing. We have the top 3 batters that is out.
Yes, indeed. The top 3 batters, of course, probably being the most experienced batters that Rwanda has. And maybe something the other teams can look at is that maybe if you do the right things at the beginning and do manage to get 1 or 2 quick wickets early on, you might expose a middle order which hasn't had too much time in the middle up to now.
Yes, definitely. Rwanda also need to tighten up on their communication. One in the 1s and 2s, making quick decisions whether they should take the 1s or should they just avoid it.
So that's a lovely line and length there from Amante. Big swipe again there. They look to be looking for a big finish to the game, and it's not quite coming for the Rwanda batters at the moment.
Yes, I think they want to get her to the sun.
Again, Botswana tempting them with the ring of fielders on the offside. Full toss, and somehow, not too sure what's happened there, somehow has missed the stumps and bamboozled skipper Laura Mpagedi in the process. Byes given.
Yes, it looks like it was a full ball. Batters missed, and Lowell probably think it was going to hit the stump.
Yes, that brings the end of the 14th over. 2 runs coming from that one. 66 for 3, Rwanda.
There's another change of bowler again, another senior bowler, O'Neilly, which have bowled 3 overs so far. She have managed to take 2 wickets of 14 runs in her 3 overs.
O'Neil coming in here to try and finish a spell of 4 overs so far, getting 2 wickets, conceding the 14 runs. Sends that one outside the off stump. Umpire Justin has a little bit of a stretch.
Yeah, we're still looking for the positive, and I keep seeing them. Botswana managed to take this game into the 15th over. Would you believe that? 4 or 5 overs ago, we never thought that will happen there. So we're still looking for the positives in the game. And going back to the beginning, what you just said a couple of minutes ago, if some of the teams manage to keep the top order a bit quiet, you never know what could happen.
Yes, from what we're seeing here with Botswana, they have still kept that not so good habit of those extras, wide balls. And if they do hope to do a better job, maybe the next time they meet this Rwanda team or in their next match against Mozambique, those are things and those are the performance indexes that they will be looking at to say this is points of improvement in our game. Pitched up there, played towards mid-on.
As we keep saying, Rwanda is very hesitant when it comes to taking those ones.
Shot there from Shakila, sending that one to the boundary. A pitched up ball on her legs, and she has ended this one. And Rwanda, 3 out of 3 here at the Kalahari, BCA Kalahari T20, giving Botswana their first defeat of the tournament so far. And I'm sure Rwanda will be well pleased to get another win under the belt. Entertaining game today, some good performances. We did see in the morning Botswana scoring 69 for 8 in their allotted 20, 69 for 9. 69 for 9 in the allotted 20 overs. And Rwanda here chasing the score down.
7 wickets.
So with 7 wickets in hand. In the end, a comfortable victory for Rwanda, Mr. Moses.
Yes, it was. And we keep talking about a lot of things, and one of the things we talk about is try to get some positives when you're down. And I think there was a handful of them for Botswana. But the positive, are they aware of the positives? Do they take the positives? Or are those positives noted going on to the other game? Let's hope that they do that, and we wish them all the best in the afternoon games against Mozambique.
Yes.
Rwanda so far is unbeaten in the competition, and Rwanda seems to be marching along quite smoothly.
Yes, indeed. Both teams, of course, will have points where they will want to improve. But so far, so good for Rwanda and Botswana. Something to think about.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you to everyone for joining us this morning. Join us again in the afternoon where Botswana will be taking on Mozambique, and then Rwanda will be taking on Lesotho here at the Kalahari T20 here at the Gaborone
Yes, welcome again to the Botswana Kalahari T20. We're here for the post-match presentation. The two teams, Rwanda versus Botswana. Rwanda have won the game by 7 wickets. Some noted performance we should look at. Botswana won the toss and elected to bat first. Botswana only managed to make 69 runs for 9 wickets. Notable, Paco 22 runs off of 37 balls, and Kwabele 16 runs from 28 balls. In the bowling department for Rwanda, Marie Diane again, 3 wickets for 11 runs from 4 over. And yet again, Henrietta did what she always do, 2 wickets for 9 runs off of a 4 over. Yeah, but we should safely say Marie again is the man of the match, with 3 for 11 from 4 overs and 22 runs off of 23 balls. Cheers.
Together. Smile.
Thanks, congrats.
If you could have a word with Marie. Marie, you're making this a habit. Yeah, we all know your quality, and you did it again today with the ball and both with the bat. You're 3 for 3. Do you have any concerns about going into the next game this afternoon?
I'm not going to change anything, because if something is working for you, you don't need to change it. So you need to actually make it more like a habit, and it becomes more of you.
Well, congratulations and well done again. We should give a round of applause for Rwanda. Could I have the Botswana captain have a word? Laura, not what we wanted, but I think there's some positive that you can take from this game. Would you kind of take us through what happened this morning when you were batting?
I think yet again we suffered with having a lot of dot balls. I think that's really what killed us. I wish we had put a lot more runs on the board, and when we were fielding, we bowled a lot of extras once again. So I think the extras are still killing us.
Yeah, the positives. Anele came through again. She bowled really well. I can see that there were some plans. You're putting your senior bowlers through the grain again. Maybe you're trying to get them prepared for the afternoon. But overall, what do you think going forward for the afternoon game?
I think going forward we just have to be positive again with the bat and the bowler, and I hope like you said, Onneile and Hwabile and the rest of them, they carry on the good momentum, and hopefully we want to see more youngsters also taking on the ball.
All right, thanks and good luck for the afternoon game.
Thank you.
Yeah. This is conclude the post-match presentation, and good luck for the teams in the afternoon games. Thank you.
You forgot to call.